Hi, I'm Brian Kurtz, and these videos are meant to accompany a book called Access the Real You, Touching Your Divinity and Applying Its Wisdom to Your Life. I hope they serve.
Okay, so we've got this point A, point B thing. Every issue, anything that comes up as a concern, anything that causes you concern, has a point A, what so, and a point B, what I'd prefer instead. What do we do with that? Well, there are three ways to be with any issue. The first way is to work on resolving the issue. We'll go into detail about this one. The second one is if you've done all you can to resolve the issue, which I recommend first, if you can't resolve the issue, you then need to refine who you're going to be about the issue you couldn't resolve. So there's resolve and refine. If you've done all you can to resolve the issue and you can't resolve it, and you've done all you can to refine who you're going to be about the thing you couldn't resolve, it's time to release the rest. Resolve, refine, release. These are the three ways to be with any issue. Let's cover the first, which is resolve. You got to work on resolving the issue. Once you notice that there is an issue that needs resolving, there's ways to be about that resolving process. First of all, what resolution generally looks like is I'm right here, right now. I want to be right there. I'm not there yet. That's where you want to be, is in a place of noticing this is where I am now and this is where I want to be. Not a judgment, not a make wrong, just an observation that says this is where I am, this is where I'd like to be. I want to get from here to there. If you want to get from here to there, one of the best ways to get there is to start where you want to be and start to work yourself back. Well, to get to here, I need to first have gotten there. To get to there, I need to first get to here. To get to there, I first need to get to here. And at some point, you get back to where you are right now and you can see what's next. The other thing about resolution is to be able to rise above, to kind of zoom out. Most folks now, maybe not, folks my age have this expression about nose to the grindstone. What that was saying was if you're focusing on the knife sharpening grindstone, you want to hold your knife and you want to be really focused on that. You may not be looking around, but you want to be very focused on what's in front of you, being present, being in the here and now. Being present and being in the here and now is crucial. And yet at some point, it's important to kind of step back, look around the room, zoom out with a larger perspective so you can see to get from here to there, to get from point A to point B, I need to go through this and around this and through that to get to where I want to be. During that process, cut yourself a little slack. You may not be where you want to be yet, but the fact that you can see where you want to be can be a source of encouragement because you've had that vision. Don't beat yourself up that you're not there, wherever there is, that you're not yet. Cut yourself some slack. Realize, okay, this is where I want to be. That's what I've seen. So continue to focus on that goal, that thing that you see that you want. See yourself being there. See yourself feeling being there. Visualize that. Feel that. There's power in that. Be that. Also, another way to remember the perspective on this is there's an old expression from somewhere in the Bible. I'm not a biblical scholar, but I remember reading it. Lord, be a lamp unto my feet. Now, a lot of folks have heard that expression, but they don't really know what it means or where it came from. Well, the nomadic Hebrews traveling around in the desert, during the summer, the desert was a very hot place, dangerously so, so they would build tents. And they would stay under the tent in the shade where the sun wasn't heating up the sand, and they could survive in the heat of the day, and they would travel at night. So they would look up to the stars, symbolically God, the heavens. God, show me the general direction by navigating with the stars, but they're still functioning at ground level. If you've seen some of the little Aladdin cartoons and movies, they have these little curvy, pointy shoes. They would put a candle on the points of their shoes, like the candle, and then they could say, Lord, be as a lamp unto my feet, where show me the next step, and the next step, and the next step, so that with every few feet that gets lit up by the little lights on my feet, I can see the next step and the next step and the next step until I'm where I want to be. Focusing generally in the proper direction by divine guidance, but focusing on the here and now, one step at a time. That's the key toward the resolution. Being of a perspective that cuts yourself some slack, some self-love and self-forgiveness. Being in the awareness that you are, that maybe you're not there yet, but you're on your way. And continue to be grateful for the awareness that you are, that shows you whatever that next step might be for you, which may not be anyone else's next step. Remember that each of us is different in a very unique and wonderful way. No one wants to be the same. You may have people that you look up to or mentors that have supported you, and there may be things you can learn from them or have learned from them. But remember that your path is your own. Each of us has a unique path. Work on resolving what comes up, and we'll get to the refine and release in just a bit.